this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we are talking all things Royal Star. Not the royal stars on planet, but the royal stars out there. We are going to be talking all things Aldebaran, our royal star today, and kind of really hopefully getting you a better insight into all things this star can help us do, accomplish, and even really understand our lives a little bit better here on Mother Earth. So let's talk about it. Really, in shamanic astrology, Aldebaran is really the guardian of the eastern skies. It is really the leadership, kind of the leader of all the planets and all of the stars. It's kind of one of those, like the brightest star in our night sky. So we really see this star all the time. We just really don't connect to it very often. So this is really a time to kind of like bring in an amazing understanding of what this star can do for us and how it can connect us to our soul contracts. Interested? I know, kind of like, yay! So, like I said, Aldebaran is the home of the Silver Gate. It is really the portal in which our souls travel and descend to Mother Earth. And that's really important because a lot of times, like as we're descending, we kind of start forgetting kind of like our past, kind of our soul contracts. It's the best way to put it. So a lot of times as we connect back to the star, we're also going to be connecting back to that soul contract of like, oh, I was supposed to do this, and oh, I was supposed to take care of that, and what's my life purpose? All of that is going to be like, oh, wow, connected to this star and connected to how we come into Mother Earth. It can also bring in tons of transformation into our minds, into our higher levels of consciousness and kind of enlightenment, kind of like our soul growth, our spiritual growth, our kind of like connecting back to our soul contracts, and really how do we bring in a great understanding of what we were supposed to do, how we were supposed to do it, who we were supposed to do it with. All of that can really come in this way. And when Aldebaran is active, and this is only really for a short, very period of time when it's kind of directed straight at Mother Earth, May 29th through May 31st. So this is a great time to really connect to that energy. It can really bring in a great kind of deeper wisdom, like I said, about soul contracts and what we're supposed to do, like our truth, our spiritual growth, kind of like how are we supposed to do this on planet Earth, or how are we supposed to do this, and who's supposed to be in there with us, which is kind of really about our soul contracts that we have with other people. So many times people tell me like, I just know I'm supposed to be with this person and they're with somebody else, or they don't want to be with anybody. They've been in some bad relationships. And I was like, I get it. And usually that's a soul contract, just telling your soul is telling you like, yes, I'm supposed to be with this person. Yes, we're supposed to be connecting at this time frame, and they're not ready for it. And so sometimes you have to wait a little bit. And sometimes it's one of those, it may never happen, but that's part of the soul contract. Just like on Earth, we can choose to keep that contract or not keep that contract. So it's really important to understand the difference. Really connecting to Aldebaran is really a great way to kind of like clear up our old thinking, kind of clear up our foggy thinking of like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do or how am I supposed to do this, and really kind of really bring in that opposite effect of like, I want to bring in like this conscious awareness of where I'm supposed to go in my world. What am I supposed to do or accomplish in my world? And this can really help us connect to that and kind of bring in that next level thinking. Now, I will tell you, if you don't do that, a lot of times what we'll find is right at the end of May that we will kind of have like this mind that's kind of like overactive, and it's kind of like bringing in unrest or kind of like a bit of anxiety or kind of like frustration, kind of like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what it is. And that can be kind of like, just like, I don't know what to do with this energy. I don't know where it goes. But Aldebaran can really unlock that stuck energy and really bring us into a new level of understanding. It can also help us kind of bring in like other planets, other energies, kind of like, how can I do this? My soul contract is to do this, and this person's not going to hold up their end of the agreement. So how can I do this without them? Or can I find someone else to kind of take over their side, or what they were supposed to be doing? And this is a great way to do it. Aldebaran can also show up in your birth chart. Not all birth charts are going to show it. So you have to find one that has all of those teeny tiny planets out there that kind of most people are stars that most people don't really deal with. You can find it though. And a lot of times this is kind of one of those like, yes, we can activate this alignment with the sun in Aldebaran and kind of really bring in new energy, kind of clear up our thinking and kind of like getting our thoughts down, kind of like, what is it that we're supposed to do? So it can kind of be in a new kind of interesting way of like bringing in some new thinking of like, what should be my goals for this year? What should I be working on this year? And kind of how is it going to get me closer to my life purpose and my life path, kind of that sort of thing. So that can be just like, yes. Although it's one of those, like, be careful about limiting your thinking, because a lot of times, like when we connect to the star, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't do that. That's so much to do, or that's so much to deal with. It's one of those, it's not meant to overwhelm you. It's supposed to kind of give you a guidance of where that you're supposed to go, not just in 1 year, but in 5 years or 10 years. So don't overwhelm yourself when you connect to this planet. A great meditation to do really between the 29th and the 31st of May to kind of bring in that connectiveness, kind of where are my goals? Am I on my right path? Am I kind of not working my life path right now? How do I deal with all of this? And that can be a great way to kind of bring in a new understanding, a new level of where am I supposed to be in my world? What am I supposed to be doing? And how am I going to come about all of this? So this can be a really great one of kind of connecting to that energy and bringing in some new thinking and literally sometimes a new pathway for us. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.